Yo, it is your boy Brad King Productions, and we are back with another video. Today we'll be watching top 10 superhero movies that will become classics. Let's get straight to it.
These larger-than-life films will have quite the legacy. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 superhero movies that will become classics.
They did a mess up, because that is nothing incredible.
This list, we're looking at the superhero movies we believe will be remembered as classics in the future, whether because of their quality, influence, or impact. We'll be restricting our entries to films that were released this millennium, so nothing prior to the year 2000. Without further ado, let's get this list up and away.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't know, something amazing, I guess.
Number 10, Captain America: Civil War.
If I see a situation pointed south, I can't ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could. No, you don't.
It was a tall order to follow up on a sequel as great as The Winter Soldier, but Civil War delivered. Many of the events in the Marvel Cinematic Universe come to a head, as the divisions and disagreements between the Avengers escalate into full-on conflict.
They're not stopping.
Neither are we.
The fight scenes are hard-hitting and simultaneously full of spectacle, while the ethical debate is equally engaging, as both sides present convincing arguments. The emotional payoffs are satisfying and heartbreaking, as friends are forced to battle friends to stand up for what they believe in. Whichever team you subscribe to, Captain America: Civil War is a conflict well worth revisiting again and again.
It really is.
This isn't going to change what happened.
I was so hyped when I saw that. I didn't see it in theater about it, but I was so ready to see it because I was like, I'm Team Cap. Because I always liked Cap, just how like he became a soldier and everything, and where he became. But Iron Man's probably the best out of all of them. Just how Avengers Endgame. If y'all haven't seen it, just how it ended was crazy. But some of y'all got it. Some of y'all have to seen it. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all tripping.
I don't care. He killed my mom.
Number 9, The Incredibles.
I love you.
Whoa. Who knew Pixar and superheroes would make for such a winning combination?
Facts.
The Incredibles follows a superpowered family in a world where superheroes have become outlawed, as they struggle to balance familial responsibilities with their drive to save the day, all while trying to keep their abilities a secret.
Robbery. You want to catch a robber?
No. Tell you the truth, I'd rather go bowling. Look, what if we actually did what our wives think we're doing, just to shake things up?
The film perfectly balances relatable characters, humor, and fluid fight choreography, all elevated thanks to gorgeous animation.
You can't generalize about this.
Meta-Man, Express Elevator, Dyna-Guy, Snag on Takeoff, Splashdown, sucked into a vortex. No capes!
The Incredibles has held up excellently for over a decade and a half, and thanks to a solid, long-awaited sequel, its legacy looks to be guaranteed. Number 8, Spider-Man 2.
It was such a wait for Incredibles 2. I was so waiting on it. But Spider-Man, I love Spider-Man. But
You get on my nerves.
I have a knack for that.
Not anymore.
this was the best one.
The second
the
outing of the
best one.
first Spider-Man film franchise, this film sees Peter Parker facing off against Dr. Octopus, while also wrestling with his dual personality, personal relationships, and fluctuations in his powers.
You've stuck your webs in my business for the last time. Now you'll have this woman's death on your conscience.
Spider-Man 2 captures the heart of its hero in beautifully effective moments of drama, while also providing some iconic, exciting, and high-flying or high-swinging scenes in the process. Altogether, it makes for a thoroughly thrilling and engaging experience. With its amazing depiction of its hero, soaring soundtrack, and indescribable charm, we are positive that Spider-Man 2 will continue to draw viewers into its web for years to come.
Let's see you scurry out of this.
Number 7, Wonder Woman.
means no man can cross it, all right? This battalion has been here for nearly a year, and they barely gained an inch.
Set during the First World War, Wonder Woman follows Diana, a demigoddess and princess of Themyscira, as she sets out to discover the world at large and to defeat Ares, the god of war. Diana's isolated upbringing makes her an idealistic but sympathetic heroine whose journey is fraught with peril, tragedy, hope, and humor.
What the bloody hell is she playing at?
The film's commentary on war is a timeless one, and the fight scenes will have you struggling to pick your jaw up off the ground. Although not the first female-led superhero film, Wonder Woman is easily the greatest one to date, and it will no doubt be the gold standard by which future ones are judged. Number 6, Iron Man.
My turn.
The on-screen superhero origin story by which others have since been measured, Iron Man follows Tony Stark as a traumatic imprisonment forces him to create a powerful metal suit, which he uses to escape and right his past wrongs. Iron Man was the foundation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it laid the groundwork spectacularly for the titanic and awesome franchise by giving us a charismatic protagonist who evolves from a selfish man into a better, if still occasionally selfish hero, on a journey filled with cool technology, sharp quips, and the promise of a whole universe of adventure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Number 5, X2, X-Men United.
Bro, I loved Wolverine. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know it's X-Men, but just seeing Logan and, I mean, they're the same character. Logan / Wolverine, bro. I loved, bro. Such a great. This was really a good story. Just how Logan got it, and then got how he was, and then when they released Logan like that, Wolverine, the actual movie with Sabretooth, it was great. It was such a good movie.
It's still fragile.
Is it? Or are you afraid of losing one of your precious X-Men, old friend?
The second entry in the long-running X-Men film franchise, X2 X-Men United built on the already excellent first entry in the series by focusing on a government conspiracy to eradicate mutants, forcing the X-Men to team up with their former enemies. X2 further explores the existing characters, introduces new ones, and presents a compelling plot that brings the mutants' feelings of alienation to the forefront.
Who am I? You are just a failed experiment.
So many sequels do things bigger, and this one is no exception. But it notably does it better than before. Many sequels later, it's still uniting fans and movie lovers in celebration of this paragon of the X-Men franchise.
From here, it doesn't look like they're playing by your rules. Maybe it's time to play by theirs.
Number 4, The Avengers.
What have I to fear? The Avengers.
I remember seeing this in theaters. I was hype. I was so hype.
That's what we call ourselves. Sort of like a team. Earth's mightiest heroes type thing.
If X-Men introduced the team-up movie, The Avengers perfected it. After carefully planting the seeds for 4 years, the MCU finally made its huge swing, pairing franchise favorites Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Hulk with Black Widow and Hawkeye in the crossover of the century. Well, at least it was the crossover of the century until Marvel outdid themselves again and again and again, but you get the point. Seeing as this is the film that got every studio scrambling to put together a cinematic universe, it's hard to overstate how it changed the movie landscape forever, not to mention the superhero team shot. Number 3, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
This is a good movie.
I thought I was the only one. You're like me.
I heard they're making a second one. I can't wait to go see it. I remember going to see it with one of my exes, and she was trying to tease me the whole time. I was so serious into this movie. I know I ain't no simp. If we come with like a movie I really like, I will not simp. I'm dead serious. But yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't think you have a choice, kiddo.
This animated Spidey feature has it all. Compelling action, intense emotional stakes, and hilarious comedy. Not to mention visuals that give you a sense that this creative team may have dabbled in some alternate universes themselves.
What are you? Some kind of silly cartoon?
You got a problem with cartoons?
This Oscar-winning critical darling tells the story of Miles Morales learning how to use his new superpowers under the tutelage of various other spider people, all brought together by Kingpin and Doc Ock's multi-dimensional gizmo.
That was crazy. We taught him that, right?
I didn't teach him that. And you definitely didn't.
It's a fun story that builds off the audience's knowledge of Spider-Man in new and interesting ways. And with a cult following that only seems to be growing, it's poised to age like a fine wine.
Can't stop me now. Travel 200 miles, I'm knocking at your door. And I don't really care if you ain't don't what's up, danger? Don't be a stranger.
Number 2, Logan.
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan. You do know they're all bullshit, right? I mean, maybe a quarter of it happened, and not like this.
The X-Men may have helped kick off the post-2000 superhero boom, but this film proved that these characters can adapt to any era. An aging and defeated Logan/Wolverine cares for the broken Professor X, but soon finds himself roped into protecting a young mutant with powers similar to his own being pursued by soldiers.
See, I'm not looking for you, Wolvie. Well, not really. I'm looking for someone who's looking for you.
Gritty, bloody, yet surprisingly heartfelt, Logan is one of several recent superhero films that's been more willing to think outside the box and tell different types of stories using superhero characters.
Don't be what they made you.
With its mix of Western influences and tragic superhero drama, there's truly nothing else like Logan, which is what we think will make it a classic. Man, this really is a golden age for superhero movies. This list is stacked. So, do you think number 1 goes to Marvel or DC? Well, let's check out the honorable mentions and then we'll find out.
You're immortal! How?
You said it yourself, bitch. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Control. Paramedics to my GPS. Multiple wounded and
I've never seen Dread.
Superhero landing. She's gonna do a superhero landing. Wait for it. Woo! Superhero landing. Yeah, that's really hard on your knees. Totally impractical. They all do it.
Pull around the truck.
Wakanda forever.
Ready, go!
Show off.
Time to transfer your power to me.
Oh, you did not see that one coming, did you, Grandpa? Them street rules.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, The Dark Knight.
That was a great movie.
I like that.
And you're gonna love me.
The second outing in Christopher Nolan's hugely influential trilogy of Batman films, The Dark Knight sees Batman engage in a battle of fists and morality with the wily, maniacal Joker.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. You complete me.
Everything about this movie has seeped into pop culture and become iconic, from its score and intense action to its spectacular performances and endlessly quotable script.
Because he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now.
The Dark Knight has already become a huge part of our cultural fabric, and it seems destined to be a pillar of superhero cinema, even as the genre continues to evolve and soar to new heights.
I think you and I are destined to do this forever.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent...
That's going to be done for the video. All y'all have a blessed day. It is Brad King Productions.